Hello,
Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 40, Week 9, with your hosts, myself, Simon Wood.
myself, Dave Scott.
myself, Malcolm Smith.
Let's start off as ever by looking around the GFL.
Big Sky.
We've got a format, Simon. We keep to it.
What? What format? The best score is the Blaze, I have to say.
Blazing.
Blazing.
92-0.
Not even 300 offensive yards, though. And they scored 92 points. That's banging, that is.
That is indeed banging.
Banging it in.
Yeah. Rindrafe scored a lot of points as well.
Yeah.
Rindrafe did it off of it. Like, oh, that's even better. 154 offensive yards, I think that is, excluding penalties.
As Gary put, 2 yards equals a single point.
Fair.
A lot of blowouts this week, I have to say.
Yeah. Let's see what that's done to the standings.
Hulk still trucking along.
Yeah.
And so like the Quake got a good win against the Lightning to get their C next to their name.
Who have the Hulk got this week?
The Hulk Gunswings this week. Hulk away.
It's Hulk Guns.
Big game.
Huge S4, yeah. Winner takes
It
one
all.
or two, takes a seed, and the loser goes in the wild card.
Loser standing small.
I expect the Croxley Black Knights will probably take the other wild card spot as they're playing the Beach Breakers.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
So unfortunately, it doesn't really matter how the Pirates do.
That's a bit more interesting over here.
We've got Hawks. Hawks are playing the Quake.
Quaking in their boots, yeah.
Who will still want second seed, right? So
yeah.
Lightning. Where the Lightning got? They're at the Goats. Again, big game. Wildcats were at the Bulls. So
hey, now we're talking.
So it's all top of the table clashes going on.
Especially, the thing I like about this, we've got 3 first, second in conferences where it can flip on the result.
Good, isn't it?
Can't have one standout game of the week this week.
No.
There are multiple.
That's fair.
I actually don't know who
I reckon the Wildcats make it. How about the Lightning or the Hawks?
The Lightning beat the Goats earlier in the season.
Yeah, by the skin of their teeth, though, right? And then
Yeah.
the Hawks. How did the Hawks do against the Quake?
Where does it? I guess
a big blowout. Okay, bye Hawks. Okay, see that.
I guess there's a chance like the Bulls or Goats could just not make it, right?
Oh, that is
There's
possible.
a chance.
We're just ignoring that chance for some reason.
Because it's easier on the maths.
Okay. I don't know. Bulls are probably in the worst position on that front, just from a points differential perspective.
Yeah, the Hawks beating the Quake is a long shot, though.
Yeah.
Right, on to the Atlantico.
Magpies squeaked past the Kings. Stampede, a big loss for the Stampede.
Big loss, yeah.
Unexpected. Meerkats lost to the Mariners. Jeez.
I know, disgraceful behaviour.
Meerkats been playing well this season, so.
Yeah, I know, that's why it's disgraceful behaviour.
Yeah. Razorbacks win the big battle against the Spitfires.
Battle. Let's see what it's done to the old Standaroonies.
Standaroonies.
8-1, Jeff. You're not getting this CFC.
Yeah. Islanders and Sun Devils are like right on track.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they have to play each other, so they can't both be 5-5.
5-4-1. 5-4-1.
So Kings at Tigers this week, so that's the entertaining one. Generals at Barbarians is kind of interesting as well.
Who have the Sharks got?
The Sharks, the Sharks will be locked, right? I guess Generals could.
Not technically not, because the Generals are Tiger.
No, because the Kings play the Tigers and only one of them can win, right? So
yeah.
So they are locked.
Oh, I see. Yeah, of course.
Because they can't get past X and 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless there's a huge point swing and they lose. The Sharks are at the Anacondas anyway, so let's just stop at that point because that's pretty safe. I'm pretty certain. I think it's down to the Kings and Tigers as to who wins that game, right? It's kind of what it feels like.
One of them goes through, the other goes home, right?
Pretty much. I like the Kings for that. I think the Kings have been probably just about better than the Tigers this season.
They did lose the Tigers early in the season, though, right?
That doesn't mean anything.
All right.
The Kings' losses have been 1 point to the Tigers. All right, fair enough. And then Magpies and Sharks, which is tough. So,
Simon, he likes the controversial approach.
Controversial? Just correct me.
That was easy.
Yeah. Boring Atlantic.
That doesn't quite work so well.
Right. On to the biggest skies.
Best league in Gridiron.
The best game was my game against the Hornets.
Yeah, you got close.
It was overtime touchdown.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Well, it wasn't nice. I lost, but
Eagles Rapiers game was quite big as well, I think.
I haven't really looked too much else this week. Close game with the Rhinos and Sun Devils. But yeah, Rapiers winning that game is pretty huge. A lot of closer games in the big sky this week.
Right, let's see what the standings look like. Yeah, that Rapiers win over the Eagles opens up the number 1 slot.
Yeah, it's very true. There are a lot of 6 and 3 teams as well. So, who we got? Not find these games. Oh, Surfers are at Rivets, so they should win. And the Maroons, I'm guessing, are the Bombers.
That is a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
We've got Devils and Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are at the Warriors, so they should win, which means the Devils are at the Eagles, so I don't like their chances.
Yeah, the Master wins that one. The Beverly Bay Packers are at the Titans. So they should win. Right.
So that pushes the Bulldogs out.
I think it's going to come down to points, right?
Yeah.
Bulldogs they're all playing teams they should beat, I guess. Yeah.
So the Maroons make it, and the Bay Packers, probably need to make up too many points. Yeah, bosh.
Ish, bash, bosh, done.
Yeah. So Statesmen are pretty much through. Who the Rhinos got? That's the main question, I guess. Rhinos are at the Weasels. So one of them is going to lose.
Yeah. How about the 66ers?
And the 66ers have the giant Hornets.
It's the 66ers dead.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, no. Hang on.
No, if Rhinos lose.
Yeah, if Rhinos lose.
Yeah.
They're both top of the table clashes, I guess. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just not going to make a decision. Jobs are good and right.
Bish, bash, bosh.
I'm going to make a decision, and then you're going to do the reverse of it, right? That's how it normally.
That's the other way to do it. Yeah.
I think the Rhinos are out, and 66 are going to make it. But...
You heard it here first. On to the Mustard League. The Mustard Men won again.
Badgers. Angels. They won a game.
Yeah.
My word.
Let's have a look at the standings.
Ah!
I thought you were just going to cover the bottom half of the league for a second. Huh?
It's tempting.
It's gone away with one wild card. Doesn't care about.
Yep. I'm not gonna. In true Simon fashion, if the team's gonna get knocked out in the first round, guaranteed, ain't putting it through.
I mean, that was fairly straightforward.
This feels like it needs a tune, Simon.
This one?
Yeah.
Does it? I don't know. It's the everyone hates Gary Lyon league.
Oh dear. On to the Delta. I see you lost to the Hoff.
Yeah, there's certain things in life. Death, taxes, me losing to the Hoff. All correct. All happen no matter what you do.
Everyone scored points this week.
Yeah.
True that.
Only 3 teams didn't score double digits as well.
Yeah. It's true.
All right, let's see what the Delta standings look like.
They look relatively straightforward, to be honest.
I was expecting them to be.
Best Monarchs Titans is the only. I mean,
So
I guess the Monarchs are going to win that division.
Definitely out. These definitely out. These are out.
Man, Simon's left a 5-4 team in. What's going on?
No,
2, 5, and 4 teams in.
Which they can both go. The thing is, as well, is that this team can go because they're going to lose in the first round as well.
Delta's fairly straightforward, to be fair. The Monarch, who are the Monarch got this week?
Fuck it, that'll do.
So both those teams win, basically.
Bish bash bosh.
Bish bash bosh. Boring. Delta. On to the Empires. But let's actually do the scores first. Spoilers, I know.
Spoilers.
People wait until this to see their results, Lee.
I know. Idiots.
Seahawks smashed the High-Hunters.
Hi, Hunters.
Hunters. Hi.
Hi. Hunters.
Not much else I can see to comment on, but I might be missing something.
The Herd didn't score enough points this week.
That's fair.
So
that's very hard.
For the week. Boise lost.
Boise.
Which is an outrage.
Agreed.
They lost to the Hornets. I guess that's a fair one
It's
to lose.
egregious.
I don't know what's happening here. I think we just put the Seahawks through and then work out the rest.
And be done with our lives.
Right, Seahawks win the bowl. Nothing else matters.
Okay, if we're going to do it properly, which we never do anyway, but let's just pretend for a minute. So, Thunder are playing the Lions, as they should win their division. Got Seahawks, Tomahawks, Patriots are at Blue Moon.
Bum.
I fancy Blue Moon to take that one. Don't know why.
Blue Moon.
Jaguars take a slot, and then who are the Griffins got? Red Bulls.
Ding dong ding dong.
Yeah, so whoever wins the game at the top goes through, I think, and the rest of it on that side. And you've got 8-1, 8-1, 7-2, 7-2, 8-1, 7-2 on the other side. So it's only like the Texans can do anything. Oh, I guess it's tough for the Rough Rangers to get in there. Who the Texans got? The Kings. Who have the Sharks got? The Monarchs. Yeah.
Happy with that.
It's a big battle for Gamblers and Hornets this week, though.
Yeah, big battle. Anything else before we bring this to a close?
No.
Okay. In which case, it's goodbye and good luck in week 10 from me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Lee.